What's up guys, William James here, and in this video I want to do just a real kind of concise breakdown of how the Facebook algorithm works and how you can beat it. I'm going to be uploading this video to my private Facebook group as well as to my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, again, my name is William James. I do videos for affiliate marketers, network marketers, coaches, consultants, online entrepreneurs. I specialize in free Facebook strategies. If you're not already in my group, there'll be a link below this video to join my group, where I go over all of the ins and outs of the Facebook algorithm, how to get really high engagement, how to get sales, my entire Facebook strategy that I've used to create a full-time living from Facebook. So if you're not already in the group, definitely join the group. And if you are watching this in the group, of course, be sure to watch all the other units, all the other videos in the units section in this group, because there's a lot more that goes into Facebook marketing than what I'm going to be able to cover in this video. And if you watch the other videos, you can check that out. Okay, guys? So, and if you're watching on YouTube, of course, please give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and please consider subscribing to my channel. So with that out of the way, guys, let's just dive right into it, how the Facebook algorithm works and how you can actually beat it. So not a lot of people know this, but Facebook has an algorithm that controls basically which of your friends see your posts when you make a post on Facebook. You know, back in the day, you used to be able to make a post on Facebook and Facebook would try to show it to every single one of your friends. And that just doesn't happen that way anymore because there's just too many people on Facebook. So they changed the algorithm, years ago, so that it would actually show your posts to certain subsets of your friends list in a certain way. And I want to go over how that all works so that you can understand how to actually beat it and force the Facebook algorithm to show your content to more people, get more engagement on your content. And of course, the more eyeballs you get on your content, the more money you're going to end up making eventually if you implement all the other strategies that I'm also teaching in this group. Obviously, it goes without saying that simply getting a lot of engagement or getting a lot of eyeballs on your content does not necessarily equal sales. You have to also have other things going on, a good sales process, a good offer, all that kind of stuff. So, but in this video, I just want to talk about the algorithm. So the way that the algorithm works, guys, is every time you make a post, Facebook has divided your audience or your friends list into a series of what they call pockets. So each pocket has a certain number of friends, and only Facebook knows who gets put in what pocket and how many people are in each pocket and so on and so forth. But the idea basically is that Facebook separates your friends list. Say you've got 5,000 friends. They're going to separate those people into groups called pockets. And when you make a post, they're going to try showing the group to a pocket of that audience first. Say it's pocket 1, right? And basically what happens is if it gets a good response from pocket 1, then Facebook will show it to pocket 2. And if it gets a good response from pocket 2, it'll show it to pocket 3, and so on and so forth, right? And what I mean by a good response is if people are liking it, engaging on it, commenting on it, so forth, right? Sharing it. So if you make a post and Facebook first shows it to a certain pocket of your friends, say it shows it to 25 people or 50 people, and nobody likes that post, then it's probably not going to keep showing it to the rest of your audience, right? So that's why it's very important to try to get good engagement on your posts right at the beginning, because if your posts get good engagement from the first 25, 50 people, whatever that Facebook shows it to, then it's going to keep showing it to more and more and more people. Now, obviously, Facebook is never going to show your posts to your entire friends list. It's just not going to happen. So it's always going to be a certain percentage of your friends that see it, right? And the way that that's done is as I described, that if people in the first group liked it, then it'll show it to more pockets, and more of your friends list will see it. And that's kind of how you go viral, is if everybody starts liking it, then more and more people will start liking it over time. Sometimes I'll have the posts that get the most engagement also get the most engagement over time, because Facebook keeps sharing the post on people's timelines. I have posts that are old. Like I might have a post that's 2 weeks old, but it's gotten hundreds and hundreds of likes. And even if I made it 2 weeks ago, it's still getting likes because the algorithm is still showing it to more people just because it's gotten so many likes, right? So the more likes you get, the more likes you're gonna get. And the way that you do that is to make a good first impression on the first pocket of people that you that see your post. Now, what determines who is going to see your post? And how many people are in the first pocket? Let's say, who are those people in the first pocket that Facebook is going to show your post to first? Those are the people you want to impress. So who are those people? And the answer, guys, and this is how you beat the algorithm, is that the Facebook algorithm is going to show your posts to people that you have engaged with on their posts, right? So if you want your content to have the best chance of going viral and getting hundreds of likes, what you need to do is spend time every day engaging on posts by your friends on your newsfeed. Because what happens is Facebook will see that you have engaged on, say you comment on 100 posts from 100 different friends of yours, right? Facebook will go, okay, those 100 people, they seem like they've got a relationship with you, right? Like, oh, William James, he commented on these 100 people this morning. Those must be people who, he's got a relationship with. So when he makes his post, we're going to put those people in pocket one, and they're going to see his post first. Yeah. And so basically what ends up happening is the more people that you have interacted with and commented on their content, the more people are going to be in that first pocket, 2 pockets, 3 pockets, whatever it is, that actually see your post. Now, obviously, there's only so many people at a time who can see your post. But if you've spent a long time commenting on people's posts, you'll have your post will be shown to them eventually. And it might take a couple of days for all those people to be shown your post if you've really been engaging. But eventually the algorithm will show it to those people. So essentially all you have to do is just spend a good amount of time every day engaging on other people's posts. Now, the way that I typically do this, just to clarify, is I'll do it on my phone, but you can do it on your computer as well. You go over to Facebook and you do not need to go find individual friends. Sometimes people come to me and they're talking about what they do on Facebook, and they tell me that they've found people who engage on their content, and then they one by one go back and try to engage on their content, or try to leave some really thoughtful message to try to get the person to come over and comment on their posts. And you don't need to worry about that, guys. We want to keep this really, really simple. Basically, all you need to do is open up Facebook, go to your news feed. You can also do that by clicking on the home button and just scroll through and just drop a short comment on each and every post that you see, right? So here's a post. I would just hit the love heart like this, and I'm going to drop a comment. I'm just going to say, absolutely. You see, and I'm just going to keep going and doing that. I'm going to love and drop a comment, love and drop a comment on every single post that I see on my news feed. Okay, that's all you have to do. Now, I recommend that you do that for at least an hour a day. And it seems to work best if you do that right before you make your post. So what I've typically done is I would sit down for an hour. I'd put on some music or a podcast or whatever, because this can get a little tedious, I guess. But I would just sit down for an hour, look at the clock, and I go, okay, I'm going to comment from 7 in the morning until 8 in the morning, and then I'm going to make my post at 8 in the morning. So that's what I do. I'd sit there and I would just scroll through every single post that I see on my feed and drop a comment and hit the love heart. Okay. Now, it's important to note that if you come across a longer post, somebody who's written, here's a post that's a little bit longer, right? This one's not too long, but sometimes they can be quite long, as I'm sure you know. What you don't want to do is just leave a comment without spending any time on this post, because the Facebook algorithm knows how much time you have spent looking at a post, and they're going to limit your reach actually if you start commenting on posts that you have not taken time to read. So either take the time to read the post and leave a comment, or skip the post and move on to the next one, right? Sometimes if I'm kind of in a rush and I just want to get as many comments done as I can, I'll just look for these short posts like this that I can just like and comment on right away. I don't have to spend a lot of time reading them, right? And I'll just scroll through and do as many of those as I can in an hour, and then I'll come over and make my post, right? So that's how you do it. That's how you game the Facebook algorithm. Now, there are other factors that go into this as well, like whether or not you have communicated on Messenger with much of your friends list. Right? Like who goes into these pockets is also determined by whether you've had a conversation with people. So if you have 5,000 friends, but you've never talked to any of them in Messenger, your reach is going to be a lot less, right, than if you take the time to have a conversation with each of your friends in Messenger. So basically the rule of thumb is like the more you do on Facebook, the more engagement you're going to get. The more interaction you give, the more you're going to get. So whether it's Messenger, commenting, both of those things, and loving pretty much, or hitting any of the reactions besides the like button. The like button basically does nothing. But if you hit the love heart or the other, the haha reaction or whatever, those reactions give a little bit of juice, a comment gives more juice, and actually Messenger conversations give a fair amount of juice as well. And same goes for Facebook stories. If you spend some time in your stories, hitting the love heart, leaving a comment, whatever, that can also help. So basically, the more active you are, the more engagement you're going to get. Guys, the key here is to do this consistently over time. Consistently. If you just sit down and you comment for 3 hours, and then that's it, and you don't do anything else for the rest of the week or the month, it's not going to work as well as if you just do it every single day, right? Because the algorithm also rewards consistency. They don't want to see you coming on once a month and doing a bunch of stuff. In fact, if you do that, they're probably going to send you a warning. Whereas if you do it every single day and you build it up gradually, they're going to reward you for that. They're going to reward you for your consistency by showing your content to a lot of people. Now, obviously, I go over in the units about like what kind of content to post to get the best engagement and things like that. So that kind of stuff also makes a big difference. It's not just engaging. Like if you do this, if you engage 2 hours a day, but then you post crappy content, it's still not going to get a lot of engagement, because even if there's a whole lot of people in like that first pocket that Facebook shows your stuff to, if they don't like it, then all your work was for nothing, right? I do post sometimes and I'll comment for like 2 hours, and then I'll make the post, and for whatever reason people don't like it and it doesn't do as well. And then another post, might do really well. So, one post might get 200 likes, another post might get 500 likes. And that just tells me, well, maybe the post wasn't as good. Maybe there was something about it that people didn't like very much. I don't know. So obviously, if you're going out there and you're posting sales pitchy stuff that's long and complicated and difficult to read, stuff that's negative, stuff that's irrelevant, this kind of content is not going to get much engagement because people don't like it. Your audience doesn't like it, right? So obviously there's other factors that go into this, like who your friends are. Are your friends in your target niche, or are they just random people? Like you don't want to have random friends. There's all kinds of components that go into this that I go over in the group. So definitely make sure to watch all the units in the group. But, the main thing that people are not doing consistently enough is commenting consistently for an hour a day on their newsfeed before they post. Okay. And if you do that, and if you have the right audience and you have good content, you will start to get engagement going up and up and up. And, you should really be getting, if you're doing this, you should be getting at least 100 likes on every post. And if you really kind of dive in and try to game the algorithm as much as you possibly can with there's so many little tweaks that you can do, little strategies that can up your engagement a little bit. People who get really serious about this can get 1,000 likes on a post completely organically. It just kind of depends on how much time you want to put into your interactions and all the little ins and outs of it. But for most people who are able to put in an hour a day, just going through and commenting is going to be enough that you can get some pretty nice engagement going on your posts. And that is what we want, because we want people to see our content, remember who we are. And when people engage on our content, those are people that we can then message, have a conversation with, see if we can make them an offer, things like that, right? So that's how the Facebook algorithm works and how you can use it to get tons of traffic to whatever you want, just by doing these kind of simple mechanical tasks and forcing your posts to go viral. I hope that makes sense, guys. Again, if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're watching this video inside my group, go watch the other videos in the unit section of my group to get the full picture. And if you're, of course, not in my group, there'll be a link. You can click the link on my YouTube channel and join the group, and I'd be super happy to see you inside. So hope everybody's having a great day, and we'll talk soon. Bye.